Hello Seekers, welcome to the Existential Shift. My name is Morgane, and today I want to talk about a very ancient, wise truth and philosophy within the esotericism of Judaism, also known as Kabbalah, the mystical aspect of the religion, from which we can learn how to master anything in life. This is not a fast feel-good video. This is a hardcore, truth-telling, path-showing way to genuinely master something you're passionate about. Okay? Before we get to this, I just want to clarify, you don't have to be Jewish in order to learn what I'm about to teach you, let alone follow with that wisdom. You can be under any religion or no religion, under any theosophy or spiritual school of thought. You can be an atheist. This is something, when something is genuinely true and deep and wise, it has no boundaries. It has no boundaries. It doesn't matter. Okay? And if you truly resonate with this, you can apply it to your life, no matter who you are, what faith you hold or don't hold. So without further ado, let's get to this. I prepped in advance a board on which I wrote down the Hebrew alphabet. So the Hebrew alphabet, unlike the English alphabet or the other alphabets, it goes from right to left. Okay? So other languages which you can read from right to left with would be Arabic, but also Chinese and runic, specifically those, the Asian calligraphy of letters and runic alphabet. You can read them technically, originally, right to left, left to right, up, down, diagonally. It gets really, really fun. But we're not going into that now. What we are going into is the Hebrew aspect of the alphabet, from which an aspect of Kabbalah derived wisdom that I'm about to convey to you on how, and this is my interpretation of it, this is what I'm taking of it. You can apply it however you want to apply it, but for me it's a wonderful, wonderful way to genuinely master something in your life that you wish to master and become really, really good at and succeed at. Okay? So we're starting from right to left. And as you can see, the first letter I circled. I also circled the middle letter. It doesn't look like that because of the way it's written, but Mem is right in the middle of the alphabet. Okay? It's the 13th letter. And then I also circled the last letter, Taf, which is the 22nd letter. So Aleph, the first letter. Also, it sounds like A. Mem, the second letter, has the sound of M, like M. And Taf, the last 22nd letter, that sounds like T, it's like T. Okay? Aleph, Mem, Taf. It spells emet, which you can see right here. Aleph, Mem, Taf spell the word in Hebrew emet. Emet in Hebrew translates to truth in English. Okay? So emet means truth. The truth of what? Anything. The truth of anything is A, wholesome. It's the beginning, the middle, and the end. And it goes through the entire journey in order for it to be wholesome and accomplished. 22 letters in the Hebrew alphabet. What else do we have 22 of? Major arcanas. In the Tarot, we have 22 major arcanas. Aleph will be the Fool. Mem will be the Hangman. Taf would be the World. Right? So you're like, oh, but the Hangman is 12. right? But the Fool is 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But if you add 0, it's a total of 13, right? And then we're continuing the count all the way to 22, which the World card, you'll say, oh, but it's 21. Right, but 21 plus the Fool is the 22nd major arcana. And the last one in the tarot, and the all-encompassing knowing, right? After the Fool went through the entire journey of either all the tarot cards or of the alphabet of life, of the process of whatever it is that you're going through or doing or working on or learning. And after going through the entire process, it reaches Taf, aka the world, aka the grand finale, the knowing of all the letters. Every letter has a character, a sound that we know, is an entire world, an aspect of the human condition. And in order for us to truly, in truth, master a process, we have to go through all the journey and not skip stages. And going through the wholesome journey of whatever it is that you're mastering, it doesn't have to be a craft. It could be partnership, anything. You can't skip steps. Now, what happens when we skip steps? What happens when we skip the Aleph and the following letters, and we skip the Mem and the following letters, and we're trying to make shortcuts? We're trying to cut and jump above the process and get all the way to the end. We jump straight into the Kuf, Resh, Shin, which is the letters prior to Taf. Kuf is like K or C, Resh is like R, Shin is like SH. So when we jump the process right to the end, we can't reach the end. It's almost, it's not it. There will always be something missing and failing. Wonky foundations and never an ultimate goal, an ultimate accomplishing of a goal. So you're good at it, you're not masterful. You're second place, you're not first place. You're happily ever after for 2-3 years until the mask falls of your partner or of yourself, because you pretended to be someone else that you're not. You didn't show yourself fully and you didn't learn your partner fully. So it's not truly happily ever after. So what do we have with Kuf Reshin? Just like Aleph, Mem, and Taf form a word, Emet means truth. Kuf Reshin, almost at the end, and if we switch their order, right? Because not only that it's almost at the end but not there, it's also like wonky and crooked. Instead of Kuf Reshin, we have Shin, Kuf Resh. You jump all the way to the end, you don't reach the end, it pushes you back. And then you try to push forward again, but then it just pushes you back right again. Shin, Kuf Resh, Shin, Kuf Resh. Spell the word in Hebrew, sheker. Sheker means lie. If it is not encompassing the wholesome process and the whole of the journey, it can never be truthful or masterful. It is a lie, a crooked one nonetheless, because it pretends to be truthful. It really tries to get there to the Taf. But it can't, and it won't. The Fool goes through the journey, right? That's the archetype of the Fool in the tarot. going through the journey of the entire human condition and lessons and experiences in order to master life, in order to be a guru, a spiritual teacher, or I don't know, be awake, be enlightened, or just to be the best at something, really, really good at it. Not in comparison to anyone else, but in relation to your own journey, right? We can't be the best at something when we constantly compare ourselves to others. We have to compare ourselves, to our own different aspects within our journey with that said craft or thing that we're mastering. And if we jump the process, skip stages, because we're eager for the status, because we're eager to get married, even if it's not the right person for us, because we're eager to prove ourselves to be the best, even when we're not yet. There are still details to overcome. That's the mem. The hangman. Sacrifice for the sake of expansion. Takes time, patience. And finally the world. Right? So, whatever it is that you wish to master, I told you this is not going to be a shortcut of a video. I don't teach magic tricks. I teach magic, mágico, magic with a CK. The real thing. You have to go deep. Aleph is also the first letter in the name of God, Adonai, according to the Jewish religion. Okay? Taf is the first letter in the word Torah, which is the book of life, the wisdom of life. And Mem, first letter of Maim, water, infinite wisdom, and truth and life-giving. But what happens when we try to skip the ocean to get to the top of the mountain? We drown. Seeker, walk the path in truth. Whether it's your dream career, dream true love, dream mastery of a craft, studying tarot. You want to go through the actual journey of studying tarot? Go through my tarot masterclass, Bunkai. Link below. I don't skip stages. I made 90 pre-recorded classes. None of them skips a stage. And every single class that represents different cards and aspects of the tarot and of the human condition gets you through that aspect of the human condition. It's a shamanic journey. Emet, truth, true knowledge that is wholesome. It's just an easy example for me to give. It can be anything else, any other type of studies. Doesn't have to be my studies, doesn't have to be tarot, anything. Don't take that crash course, that easy one. If there's a caption that says, learn tarot in less than 60 minutes, that video is bullshit. In this dojo, we'll give you a black belt after 1 month. You got this. Live in truth, don't live in a lie. Walk emet, don't walk the sheker. Also, it's just another aspect to show of how tarot is so inclusive to so many esoterics and religions and spiritual schools of thoughts and philosophies and theosophies. The 22 major arcanas are aligned with the 22 Hebrew alphabet. So next time a religious ignorant tells you that tarot is evil, or the divination of any sort is evil, or that you're a bad, bad witch, show them this video. And if you stumbled upon this video because you're into Judaism or into Kabbalah, and you don't think about divination, you just think about the truth of your Lord, well, here's an opportunity to open your mind and see how it is everywhere. And it's also a warning, don't go through the sheker journey of thinking that only your type of faith leads to truth, and other types of faith are either corrupt or wrong or, God forbid, evil, unless they of course directly hurt someone else, right? In the name of our God and our religion, how many have we killed and how much have we ruined? But I think you're getting the point I'm trying to make. Seeker, explore. You want to be a spiritual teacher? Explore different divinations, different school of thoughts. Read. Have different teachers. I will be the last person to try and make you feel like I'm the only one who can teach you. That's terrifying. No. I encourage you to learn from others. Like Bruce Lee. Learn everything you can, and then take what applies to you best and what you are able to apply to life best. Because we all have our unique blueprint of a journey. So fully explore it and discover it. Have the different letters to be different teachers, different faiths, different whatever. Have a wholesome experience and become a master. Thank you for being here. Thank you to my patrons. Thank you to my channel members. Thank you to my Masterclass Bunkai, Tarot Masterclass Bunkai students. Bunkai means the secret application. It's a term from Japanese that is often used in martial arts. Okay? I've given this example in one of my promos to Tarot Masterclass that I made a few years back. This is never just a block. First, there's this. Cashed your punch, and then also broke the elbow, right? So you can think that this is just a block for a punch. It's also a grab, break. There is so much more than meets the eye to everything. Find the secret.